There we go.
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
So good afternoon, Ms. Sajani and fellow board members. So I would like to thank you guys for taking time out of your busy schedules and making it to this board presentation. So as a token of appreciation, I've prepared food and drinks which will be available for you guys at the cafeteria after this presentation. So first of all, I would like to share a fact that you guys already know, that a major concern that the world is facing will be called food poverty. And there are many people in the world who don't have shelters over their head, let alone have enough money to buy basic necessities like food or water. So I'm sure all of us have learned about this in school or heard about this in the news, but what have we actually done to help them? So in 2016 alone, it was reported that there are over 1,000 homeless people in Singapore. So yes, you heard me right, there are still many homeless people in Singapore. And that does not include those people living in 1-room and 2-room flats who barely have enough to afford 2 to 3 meals a day. Every 1 in 10 Singaporeans are unable to meet basic needs in the form of food and clothing, and every 1 in 3 elderly are not eating right. And in just 2015 alone, there were more than 15,000 children who are malnourished in Singapore. So why is all this happening? It's very easy. There is not enough awareness. There is simply, people just do not know the importance of food poverty. So now the real question comes, what can Bathing Act do to help Food Bank tackle this problem? We have came out with this application, it's called Electronic Food Bank, or e-Food Bank for short. So nowadays in Singapore, there are around 85% of Singaporeans own a smartphone, and technology is in our everyday life and it's inevitable. So I'm sure you guys have heard of big names like Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, DBS and NKF. So what all these big companies have in common is that they have all tapped they all have mobile applications. Nowadays, e-commerce is flourishing, and almost everyone in the world has an internet connection, and the world is very globalized. We can buy and sell stuff from anywhere in the world. So given Food Bank as its well-known organization, it will be good for the company's image for them to keep up the trend of having a mobile application for themselves. So now we'll be moving on to the functionality and technicalities of this application. So one important feature that this application has is that it has free download. So by having free download, it would increase the chances of people downloading the app and actually using it. This will hence widen the community of Food Bank and ultimately spread more awareness about food poverty. And next, I'll be talking about 3 C's I've improvised to build around this application. The first C would be convenience. So why is this convenient? It uses HTML5 based application. It means supported by all browsers, both iPhone and Android. It's user friendly, it's very simple to log in, easy to navigate. I have an iPad and I'll be showing you guys my it's very easy login, like basically one second. Sorry, my iPad is locked, but I'll show you guys later.
Yeah.
So it's available in the 4 major languages, and it's very simple to donate. There are 3 steps. First, you log in or you sign up. Second, you click on donate now, and thirdly, you fill in the necessary details. Oh, my iPad is working again. Yeah, I'll show you guys how simple it is. So basically, you log in. It's very simple. Press login, and you go to donate now, and you fill in the necessary details, either in the form of money or for food, and you fill in the necessary details, you press submit, and you receive a confirmation sent to your email address. It's very simple. So therefore, the one word is convenience. So next C we'll be talking about is consciousness. So the reason for this being is there's a news and events function page in this application. How this works is that weekly news and events will be updated to let users know more about new information regarding Food Bank, and weekly videos will be put up for entertainment and educational purposes. We have also decided to set up a Shop for Good initiative. How this works is that it's a point system for volunteers. Every time the volunteers donate a sum, either in monetary form or food form, they receive points based on their volume of donation. And how these points can be used is that they can proceed to the Shop for Good function and basically collect points based on the amount of points they've earned to donate to the needy. So this would motivate them to actually do more, donate more, and this will this will align with our company's objective of increasing our donations. So lastly, I'll be talking about is communication. So one important feature of this app has is social integration function. How this works is that to allow users to share their interesting findings or news about application on their social media platform. And how this helps you is that it will promote food banks application and ultimately spread more awareness about food poverty. Like you can see, Maritime has currently donated 15 cans of tuna at Pongo's Giant, and Ronald Lim wants to help volunteering work, and Joshua Chung is new to this application. So our aim for this is to bring the donors and volunteers closer together. Now we'll be moving on to the financial justification. So since Food Bank is a non-profit organization, there will be no monetary profit gained from this application. However, what Food Bank will gain is the modernization of the company's name through the use of technology. So with this application, they will be able to spread awareness about food poverty, and this will not only meet Food Bank's objective of increasing supporters and donors, but ultimately be a stepping stone to greater outcomes. So now we'll be moving on to the price breakdown. So we've allocated 3,000 for the type of base. It's a multi-user data platform with full database. That's why hence the cost 3,000, and 1,000 for the type of base application that uses HTML5, and 1,200 for the design and prototype of this application. And CMS training, as we have discussed earlier in our data gathering, that you guys want the content management system to be done by your staff, and however you want us to train them. And personally for Food Bank, we have trained big companies like Instagram, Twitter, SPCA, and therefore we are very confident that we will be able to provide you with quality service. Hence we'll be charging $800. The total will be $6,000 and the market price is $10,000. However, we understand that you guys have a tight budget of $5,000, and Bathing has always been supportive towards Food Bank's initiatives and motion. Therefore, we have decided to offer you guys 20% off, which will be $5,000, and we will help you meet your budget requirements. So now we'll be moving on to the Q&A session. Are there any questions?
Do we have any questions? Okay.
Excellent presentation. I really like all the detail and everything, especially the app. So you said that volunteers can sign up. So
yeah,
how will the volunteers be able to sign up?
Oh, it's actually very simple. They can, once they download the app, they can proceed to the about function, and they can just click simply join the team today, and you just fill out the volunteer form, and shortly after, an email address will be sent to your email address to confirm. It's very simple.
Right, thank you. Yeah.
So I really like your presentation, and the app is very user friendly. You said that there are 85% of the people that own a smartphone.
Yeah.
So what about the 15%? If they want to make a donation?
For the 15% that use a smartphone, like as you guys know, the 15% are generally more towards the elderly, as they do not they were not brought up they are not born in the 21st century, and they are not used to using phone. That's where family members come in to play a part. Like if the elders want to donate, they can simply ask their family member who is more comfortable with technology to help them to go through the donation process. I hope that answers the question.
Thank you.
Okay, I think we're done with. Anybody else has any more questions? Andrew, go for it.
Sorry?
It's a very interesting presentation. I would like to know, for the app, right?
Yeah.
After people make a donation, how would you tell them that their donation made an impact?
What do you mean? Could you further elaborate on the question? It's not too much trouble.
After they made the donation, is there any way from the app that you can show those people that made the donation that they have made an impact on the lives of all?
Oh, okay, I understand what you're trying to get. So basically, that's why we have a FB Talks function, where the people who are there's two major groups of people: the donors and the donees. Those people who receive donations can post up on their social media platform to share everyone, and people can actually show appreciation through that platform. So at the same time, it will help promote Food Bank's application, and at the same meet the objective of increasing more supporters and donors. Yeah, I hope that answers the question.
think we're done with our questions. Continue.
Okay, so now we move on to the conclusion. So in conclusion, food poverty is more than just a struggle to put food on the table. It's also associated with the inability to obtain healthy, nutritious food. This will not only affect daily routine and productivity. In the long run, it might lead to illnesses like heart diseases, obesity, or even cancer. So many people are actually willing to help, but they just do not know how. So with such a simple and user-friendly app, it will bring more positive results towards food poverty. And personally for me, I respect Food Bank for its hard work and contribution towards society. And however, what I feel Food Bank needs is to reach out to a wider community base. And I believe that this app will be the answer for it. So with that, I thank all of you for your kind attention and hope to receive your approval on this application.
Great, okay, Junong, let's talk about the good stuff. I thought you used quite a number of the persuasion elements, so that was good. So your creativity, I gave you marks for the 3 C's, but your beginning, I want you all to remember this, and this is just when, it's very important to think about your target audience. I, as Food Bank, probably have done research to come up with the same statistics, right? So that isn't really an attention getter for me, right? If you had started off by saying, don't forget, Food Bank came to you. They don't need to be convinced to come up with a mobile application. They came to you and said, we want a mobile application. They're already convinced, right? So you can say, you tasked us with coming up with an application. You know, for us to really get inspired, we went online and we did some research. These were the things that inspired us. And then maybe I show some statistics. Then that makes sense, okay? In terms of giving me a persuasive business case. Now your scenario is quite different from some of the others. It's a pitch. So if it's a pitch, I need to know. If you told me, now the app is going to take us 3 months to build, I need a bit of a timeline. You didn't really, unless I did not hear you, you didn't really talk about the platforms like Android, and Apple, right? So these are maybe a couple of the little things that I think would have made a better business case. It was also quite, and then you confused, you were talking about healthy and nutritious food. This is not what it's about.
Yeah, I see wrongly. So to spread awareness about food poverty.
Right? And we also said one of our top priorities is not necessarily just awareness, is we wanted an X percentage increase in donors, right?
Yeah.
So from a business case, it wasn't a very convincing business case. Okay, so that was one issue for me. Eye contact was okay, a little bit choppy because you were nervous here and there. Elocution. Now, for elocution, I want you all to take Armand as an example. His elocution is very good. He's just got fillers non-stop. But his pronunciation, the way his words are chopped, is very, very clear. Okay? So that's what we mean when we talk about elocution. Make sense? Okay? So all in all, I give you B+. Can? Okay? Alright? Obviously, you all know that there are ranges in B+, right? Those of you who eye contact was not good, also missed out principles. Okay, you know lah, it's a bit of a struggle. Okay? But other than that, that's it. Congratulations, y'all are done with bcomm 3. Thank you very much. Oh, and the other thing is, my friend, whatever you had on your app, fantastic. You should have put it up on the screen.
Oh, like, what do you mean? Like, I'll show it projector.
Correct. That would have made more sense, right? Because I'm the only one who's really getting a feel for it. In a real boardroom, if you ignore some of the senior management and only focus on the director.
Yeah, because I thought like it would be straight line.